In a moment that stunned the live audience and quickly set the internet ablaze, respected film critic and public intellectual Matt Wolff delivered a stinging, unscripted rebuke of Prince Harry during a heated exchange on The Tonight Show. What was initially intended to be a light-hearted joint appearance to promote upcoming projects spiraled into one of the most talked-about live television moments of the decade. Within minutes, a visibly flustered Harry found himself at the center of an unrelenting tirade that challenged his authority, integrity, and continued attempts to export royal entitlement to American soil. "You're not a prince here," Wolff snapped, leaning forward in his chair as the audience gasped. "This is not Buckingham Palace. You don't get to rewrite reality because it doesn't suit your narrative." The fallout was instant and fierce. While the confrontation may have shocked casual viewers, those familiar with Harry's fraught relationship with American media and public intellectuals like Wolff saw it as an inevitable boiling point. Since stepping down as a working royal in 2020 and relocating to California with wife Meghan Markle, Harry has recast himself as a media entrepreneur, mental health advocate, and speaker on global injustices. But for critics like Matt Wolff, Harry's new identity is riddled with hypocrisy. "You claim to flee the press, yet you're addicted to the spotlight," Wolff continued, referencing Harry's controversial Netflix docuseries and lucrative book deal. "You've made millions off your royal name while insisting you're just a private citizen. That's not authenticity. That's opportunism dressed in noble rhetoric." Harry reportedly attempted to interject, but Wolff raised his hand calmly, saying, "You've had years to talk. Let someone respond now." The audience sat in stunned silence as Harry, known for his usually polished media demeanor, struggled to recover. Attempting to pivot to safer territory, he brought up his Invictus Games initiative, but Wolff was unrelenting. "Noble cause, yes. But don't think you can use the suffering of wounded veterans as a shield," he said. "You've turned philanthropy into performance. The moment people stop clapping, you call them toxic." Harry's face reportedly flushed, and he looked toward host Jimmy Fallon for relief, but Fallon, clearly caught off guard, was frozen, attempting to regain control. The audience, meanwhile, erupted in a mix of gasps and hesitant applause. Matt Wolff later elaborated on the confrontation during a post-show podcast, making it clear that his frustration stemmed not from Harry's past, but from what he perceives as a consistent pattern of entitlement and emotional manipulation. "Look, people supported him when he left the monarchy. We got it. But now, years later, he's still using that same trauma as currency," Wolff explained. "You can't demand privacy and also demand headlines. You can't slam your family on international TV and then complain when they don't return your calls." He added, "America isn't here to be your sympathetic shoulder while you collect checks from the very institutions you claim to despise." Public sentiment in the U.S. has slowly shifted since the initial wave of sympathy toward Harry and Meghan. Once hailed as a modern couple challenging outdated royal norms, their continuous stream of interviews, deals, and political commentary has left many disillusioned. The clash with Wolff tapped directly into that growing frustration. Online polls conducted the morning after the episode showed that 63% of Americans surveyed felt Harry needed to be challenged, and nearly half said they were tired of his media appearances. Trending hashtags like #PrinceOfHypocrisy and #MattWolffWasRight dominated social media platforms. Memes circulated within hours, including doctored images of Harry being shown the exit door by Wolff with captions like, "This ain't Windsor." While Meghan Markle did not appear alongside Harry during the now infamous Tonight Show taping, insiders claim she was watching live backstage and left immediately after the broadcast without interacting with anyone, including Fallon. Her PR team declined to comment on the confrontation, sparking even more speculation. "This isn't a good look for either of them," said PR strategist Janice Hawthorne in an interview with Variety. "Harry walked into that studio assuming he'd be celebrated. Instead, he got a reality check. Meghan staying silent might be strategy or damage control. Though Buckingham Palace issued a classic no comment when asked about the incident,